It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! It's, oh, thank you. It's back! It's back! It's back!
Start spreading the news.
It's back! 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 It's back!
What's back? Ranger Radio's back. Listen live to all the Ranger football games on YouTube. Just like Inside Rangers Football on Facebook and get the link for this week's game. Go Rangers!
Welcome to Inside Rangers Football. We're inside the Rangers locker room here, recapping the regular season finale. Smithson Valley coming up just short against Judson this past Friday by a score of 27-23. Brant Freeman here with you. Alongside me is the head coach of the Rangers, Larry Hill. Coach, going back to the game this past Friday here at Smithson Valley, a tough one against the Rockets, a close ball game. What was your overall takeaway from the game?
Well, you're always disappointed when you don't win. They're a state-ranked team and, two quality programs, kind of in a knockdown, drag-out, back-and-forth type game. On the positive takeaways, we got behind a couple touchdowns early and, maybe some people thought we were dead in the water, but kids battled back, took the lead, and then they tied it, and we took it back, and then they finally took it. And a highly competitive, tough environment to play in, and I thought our kids responded well. On the other hand, we didn't win. We had some opportunities there defensively and offensively to make maybe one more play. Though, anytime it's a tight game between two, good teams, it usually boils down to one or two what ifs, and we had some of those. But proud of our kids, a playoff type atmosphere, type of game that will serve you well moving forward.
The second quarter was your best one offensively. You scored 20 points in that second quarter, and that was when you were down 13-0. A couple of really big third down plays as well in that second quarter. Take us back to those 12 minutes of football and what went well.
Well, we'd struggle out of the gate. As we mentioned, they'd hit a big play or two and got up on us, and we did the 3-and-out thing a few times offensively. But we seemed to get a little momentum. We got a big throw up the sideline to Lane Ralston, kind of seemed to jumpstart us a little bit. And good, steady drives, and got some good stops and some good field position from our defense. How you want the flow of the game to go. Against quality teams, state-ranked teams, it doesn't usually go like that the whole game, and it was kind of a chiseling the rest of the way.
I know defensively, against a team like Judson, they hit so many home runs, and we saw a couple this past Friday, but do you feel like for the better part of 48 minutes you contained what they did offensively? Well,
I guess as a coach you're not happy unless every play is a negative yardage play and they never score. But clearly they'd scored a lot of points against other folks, so 27 is not exactly stonewalling them. But and they got a few big plays, maybe not as many as they had been getting, and gave us a chance to win. So all in all, we had a good, solid performance there.
Well, you won your final three to close out the regular season. You finish the regular season with a record of 7-3. Do you feel like you're playing good football going into the playoffs?
Well, we hope so. You mentioned 25-6A and the two of the last three, and then with some of the teams that we've played this year, certainly it serves us well to prepare us for the playoffs. We have played those caliber teams 4 or 5 times this year, and while there's some more good ones coming, anytime you're in that kind of environment, it just helps you that much more when you go into it the next time, and so here we are.
All right, well, again, the Rangers took on the Rockets this past Friday. A lot of big plays for Smithson Valley. Let's go take a look at what the Rangers did on the highlight reel.
All right, let's take a look. This is our second touchdown. We're going to focus on Josh Dillon, one of our junior slot receivers with the circle around him here. Right before the snap, he goes in motion, and as the ball snapped, we fake a handoff to him. And after the fake, our quarterback drops back and is looking for one of two receivers in the middle of the field. He determines that they're both covered, And then as he makes that determination, Josh Dillon, the guy we initiated this conversation about, goes up the sideline, got just a half a step on him, the ball's well thrown, and Josh makes a catch right between two players in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown that puts us ahead and makes his first touchdown catch of the year. If you look at it from the rear view, you get a little different perspective. There's the fake again as Josh cuts in front of the quarterback. You can see our quarterback looking, they're covered, throws the ball to Josh in the corner of the end zone. You can see the football with the small circle and Josh with the big circle around. The ball drops right between two defenders, makes the catch in the end zone. Big play for a fine young man at receiver. Defensively, here's one of our first big plays. This is Tylen Bynum, a senior cornerback, circled in the lower part of the screen. We get some pressure. There's a passing play. A junior on the top of the screen, Brandon Arnold, and Colt Fullen, a junior defensive end at the bottom of the screen, apply the pressure to the quarterback, force him wide, and makes him throw. Now you can see Tylen coming back into the picture, undercuts the receiver, makes the interception round midfield right in front of our bench, generates a big play. From the rear, you see the pressure a little bit more. Once again, Brandon Arnold to our left, Colt Fullen to our right. As the play unfolds, you can see the quarterback feels the pressure, moves away, has to throw on the run, and then Tylen's in really good position to undercut the route, makes the interception. Big play for Smithson Valley. Another big defensive play. I'm going to feature one of our outside linebackers at the top of the screen, Jeff Savard, Colt Fullen again, and in the middle at the defensive end at the top, and Josh Ernst at the circle at the lower part of the screen. Okay. We've got three of them attacking at three different angles as the quarterback and halfback mesh on a handoff. They all collide and converge. It was a big third down play where we stopped him short and forced him to punt into the wind. A little bit better look from the rear. Jeff Savard, number 3 to the far left. Colt Fullen, second man in, and Josh Ernst on the far right. On the snap, you watch them as they converge. Really nowhere for the running back to run. All three of them hit, and we get some help from our linebacker and other defensive tackle and make the play. Those are our plays of the week.
All right, Coach, tough one against Judson, but a well-played football game. We're going to look ahead to Reagan coming up later this show, but right now we're taking a break on Inside Rangers Football.
No problem, sir. Glad I could help. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for calling GVTC. Woo! That's right, Jason! Thank you for calling GVTC. This is Jeff.
Call today and ask for a gig, which is up to 1,000 megabits per second internet speed through the GVTC Giga region. Unlimited long-distance phone service, 24/7 home security monitoring, and free whole home DVR with our HD TV service. GVTC, just plain smart.
In this town, we drive trucks.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we hold doors open for ladies.
It's just what we do.
In this town, we have fun.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
We play football.
It's just what we do.
In this town,
we go to Ferris Orthodontics.
it's just what we do.
It's just what we do.
We're back at Inside Rangers Football. Again, the preview of the first-round playoff game against Reagan is coming up, but right now, we turn things over to Emily Turner with this week's Senior Moments.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. Boys, you know what to do.
I know. Text Mom.
Wyatt, you look like a talented guy. I bet so. Give me something you got.
I can whistle.
There you go. Wyatt, do you think vegetarians hesitate before they would eat an animal cracker?
You know what? They probably would, because, you know, the whole animal things, they probably like...
Think twice about it,
Yeah.
huh? Yeah. Can you name for me all the animals in a box of animal crackers?
Okay, so I know there's a lion
Yeah.
and a bear.
Say honey badger. Say honey badger. I know there's a honey badger.
Honey badger?
Yeah, honey badger. I know it.
Honey badger.
Wyatt, does anyone tell you you resemble anybody, like a famous movie star?
Well, some people say I look like John Travolta, but I don't see it.
Jared, who is it that you feel like you resemble?
People tell me all the time I look exactly like Johnny Depp. I mean, don't you see it?
Yes, Jack Sparrow.
No, it's Captain Jack Sparrow.
All right, guys, so tell me, if you had to pick a favorite coach, who would it be?
Without a doubt, have to be
Coach
Teuton.
He's like the best coach. He's probably the best looking coach here.
He probably is. I mean, he just knows everything to do about our position. He's just got it down.
I mean, he is our position coach, so.
Well, he has to know what he's doing.
Thanks, Wyatt. Captain Jack. Back to you, Coach.
Get your
Guns up!
Johnny Travolta and Johnny Depp. Not really quite sure if I see the resemblances there, Coach. Do you?
Look like high school offensive linemen to me, but whatever tickles their fancy.
Do you ever get any celebrity look-alike comparisons?
No, not that I'm aware of, but a lot goes on behind my back.
Well, that's because you're already a celebrity, right?
Yeah, okay.
Well, on that note, we're going to kick things over to this week's Little Men.
Almost every defensive position player has dual responsibilities. By that I mean he'll have a set of responsibilities if the ball is run or if the ball is passed. I think most of us would understand that if we go to the little man and look amongst our defensive linemen. If it's a running play, they have certain responsibilities. If it's a pass play, they've obviously got to pressure the passer. The linebackers are no different. If it's a run right at them, they have certain areas that they have to move to starve off the run. If the quarterback here were to drop back and pass, they have certain areas of the field to defend on the pass. What a lot of people don't realize, though, is the secondary also has dual responsibilities. One thing we're going to look at today is the play of our free safety. Okay? He's a third level defender. You can see the first level here, our down linemen. Our second level, our linebackers. He's one of the third level defenders here. How does he know, in this day and age, if it is a run or is it a pass? If a quarterback fakes a run, is it really a run? Or is it, in fact, faking a run and throwing a pass? If he's got certain responsibilities against the run, certain responsibilities against the pass, how does he know what to do? Coach Craig Worstifer, our defensive coordinator, is here today, and just kind of give just a basic overview of what this young man looks for to determine what he needs to do, try to be right in his decision. So, Coach, what goes through his mind as the play unfolds here?
At the start of the snap, his eyes should be keying through this tackle and this guard into the backfield. So he is looking to see if this tackle, what we call a high hat or a low hat. In a high hat, he would be dropping up and his helmet would come up, and he is pass protecting against this tackle. That would indicate to this safety that this is a pass play, and he would look to help on this wide receiver with this corner. This corner is covering the wide receiver. If this wide receiver were to run a deep post or a deep route, he would look to help on that from the inside out. If this tackle's hat is low, he has a low hat, if he is coming off hard and blocking this defensive end or releasing up inside to block this linebacker, in other words, his hat is down and he is giving a run block indication, then that would indicate to this safety that it is a run play and he would come down to help fit and support on the run behind his weak side linebacker and hopefully get involved and make a play for a short gain on a running play.
So we're trying to make him right. He's trying to not pay attention maybe to the backs, to the lineman who might be a better key. Is it a run? Is it a pass? And make him right. So that's what our free safety does, just to use one example. High hat read, low hat read at Smithson Valley. Coach Worstifer, thanks for that. Let's move now from the little man and let's go to some game footage and let's look at a real Ranger free safety reading high hat and low hat. These are some clips from a game from a year ago. Just a typical safety read, high hat, low hat. You can see our safety with the circle around him towards the top left of the screen. He's keying those offensive linemen with his eyes here, not necessarily on the ball or the quarterback, but on our linemen, okay, on the opponent's line. The hats are low. That's a running play. He recognizes it's a run, comes down, begins to play the run, and converges with our defensive end on the tackle. Looks simple. Have to make that decision in a short period of time. Number 44, looking inside. As the ball is snapped, keying those linemen. They're engaged with other defensive linemen. Their helmets are low. That means run. So I'm going to support where I'm supposed to and converge on the tackle with the defensive end. Here's another example. Safety at the top of the screen. Again, keying through, looking for that low hat, high hat. Now the hat is very high. It's a pass. Okay. So he drops into coverage. Instead of playing the run, he drops into coverage, gives double coverage help on the wide receiver, forces the ball to go long, and we're able to break it up for an incomplete pass. That's a high hat read. Here's our safety again. He moves off the screen for just a minute as the offense looks to the bench to get another play. When the play comes back, he's again going to look in, see what this tackle tells him. Heads up, that's pass. I'm going to drop to my designated area and help on the pass. High hat read. One more. Same safety, same game, same stadium, keying the same thing. Run, all those hats are low, that equals run. I will not drop. I'll jump in here and support on the run. It gives me an idea of what's going on based on the offensive lineman telling me high hat or low hat. Coach, thanks for that explanation. I think that cleared some things up in some people's heads. And now let's go to Ranger Trivia.
After his performance against Johnson on Friday, Rangers junior quarterback Josh Adkins now has 4,359 total yards in his career, which ranks 8th in program history. Which former Ranger quarterback is the school's all-time leader in total yards? Is the answer A, Garrett Smith, B, Parker McKenzie, or C, Brian Hill? The answer is B, Parker McKenzie, who holds a career record with 4,962 total yards in 3 seasons at quarterback for Smithson Valley. Well, Coach, Parker McKenzie is somebody we've talked about on the show before. You look back at Parker, and then after him, Garrett Smith, now Josh Adkins. The quarterback position for you the past, 6-7 years has been very, very impressive.
Well, we've been blessed. Those are high-caliber players, high-caliber young men. Those first two you mentioned, of course, are playing at the next level and starting for their teams and doing well. And Josh obviously is doing a good job for us.
And Josh Adkins has a quarterback battle coming up this Friday in the first-round playoff game against Kellen Mond and the Reagan Rattlers. We're going to preview that game coming up next on Inside Rangers Football.
Rest, ice, compression, elevation, every day. Reagan, are you there? Hello? Are you in there?
Pemmicky, I'm sorry. I am so hungry. I need some Chicken Express.
Yeah, Chicken Express does sound good.
With our famous chicken tenders and the best sweet tea in Texas, if someone isn't paying attention to you, they're thinking about Chicken Express.
Hi, welcome to GVTC. Hit it, Natalie.
Dut, 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 dut.
R-E-N-G-E-R-S, Rangers, Rangers, the best!
Call today and ask for a gig, which is up to 1,000 megabits per second internet speed through the GVTC Giga region. Unlimited long-distance phone service, 24/7 home security monitoring, and free whole home DVR with our HD TV service. GVTC, just plain smart.
Let me ask you a question. Do you need a video for your business? The bears poop in the woods? I guess that's a yes. Your video can be seen anywhere, at any time, and by anyone. So, what do you think of the video, Nana?
It's off the hook, honey.
Mind blown. I heard it was very expensive to make videos. Not at all when you hire Wick Productions. Do you know how easy it is making a video with Wick Productions? As easy as taking candy from a baby. So there you have it. Successes at your fingertips. Call Wick Productions today.
Welcome back to Inside Rangers Football. Smithson Valley opens the Division I 6A playoffs this Friday at Commonlander Stadium against the Reagan Rattlers. It is a rematch of last year's first-round playoff game, which came down to the final play of regulation. Coach, this Reagan team is coming off of a bye. They are 10-0, went undefeated in a very difficult 26 6A district. You couldn't ask for a tougher draw to open things up.
No, I don't think we could. You know, kind of out of the fire into the frying pan with 25 6A and then playing Reagan first round. But, you know, that's the way it goes. You don't make up the brackets. You just play who they tell you to play, where they tell you to play it, and we'll be ready.
We mentioned it's a rematch of the game from a year ago, and a lot of that Reagan team is back again this season. We've mentioned going into the break, Kellen Mond, their quarterback, one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the greater San Antonio area. Very elusive, great arm. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, you hit on a lot of it. You know, he's dual threat. You know, he can hurt you with his feet, with his arm. He's an intelligent kid, committed to Baylor early. You know, but he's got a lot of guys around him that help him go too. He's got good core receivers, good backs, offensive line plays well. So they've been pretty high scoring, been able to run up a lot of points on everybody they've played.
Playing the caliber teams that you have this year, going back to non-district play and in district against teams like Judson and Clemens and Steele, do you feel like that prepares you well for a game like this against Reagan? Well,
You hope so, you know, because obviously those teams you mentioned are playing at a high level and have playoff aspirations of their own. So, you know, no two teams are alike, so defending Clemens, for instance, or Steele or Judson, who you mentioned, is not exactly the same as defending or trying to move the ball against Reagan, but the caliber of play is certainly very similar, and you hope that serves you well.
You mentioned moving the ball against Reagan. Their front seven is extremely impressive. You saw a really good 3-4 last week against Judson. How does Reagan's measure up?
Well, they're very similar in their alignment and their style of play. You know, different players, different types of attack up front, but very similar 3-4 front, as you mentioned. To Judson, their secondary coverages are similar. So there's a little bit of carryover there, but unfortunately, you're not going from a hard one to an easier one or vice versa. You know, they're both really good at what they do.
There's a lot of familiarity with yourselves and Reagan. You used to be in the same district with the Rattlers. You met them in the playoffs a few times. You mentioned the game a year ago. What do you remember about last year's game against the Rattlers?
Well, it was a kind of a cold, dreary afternoon game, if you recall, and you know, again, a little wild back and forth action. You know, we made some plays, they made some plays, and you know, we had an opportunity there to go down and try to tie it up or possibly win it right there at the end, threw a ball in the end zone and didn't come away with it. So a tight competitive game, as it was the time before when I guess we played inside in the Alamo Dome and we were on top. So, you know, there's a little bit of takeaway there, but it's a new team for us, new team for them. So I don't know that there's a whole lot well, from that game, we'll gather this lesson. I'm not sure that that's really in play here.
Simply put, how does a playoff game differ from one in the regular season?
Well, you know, you try not to make them differ at all. You know, you try to be similar in your approach, keep your kids in the routine that they're familiar with, that they're comfortable with, do things as you would always do them. However, there's no getting around. It's a different deal. You know, a lot of the other teams are through playing ball. The weather's a little bit cooler. You know, your sub-varsity teams are through playing, and you know, it's just a different feel to it. And it's a neat feeling. It's a neat atmosphere to be in. I'm proud that our kids get that opportunity.
Now, normally at this time at Inside Rangers Football, we have the district picks, but a little something different this time with Ferris Orthodontics. Let's take a look.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. I'm Tyler Ferris.
And I'm Megan Hembry.
And we are here to discuss the first week's. There's our first outtake.
Next thing.
Okay. Week 7, game of the week. Smithson Valley. The running Rebels will be running back home. Oh shoot, they're at home.
Okay.
Ferris Orthodontics, pick of the week. Picks of the week. Take 3.
Howdy.
Howdy. That might be tough to say straight faced. Week 6, game of the week. Cut. This is great. I love it. This game is very mystical. They have buffalosis.
Buffalosis.
Still may have buffalosis.
Buffalosis.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, look, there's a deer right there.
Oh yeah, check that out. My week 11 first pick of the week, Clemens. Let me start that over. Oh, this is our game pick of the week. Hey, can we get up out of the chair?
Does it say your name?
Something of the week. Oh yeah. I'm Tyler Ferry.
All right, so to recap, it was not a perfect year for Ferris Orthodontics, but I'll tell you what, I think they made the cut. We'll do this thing again next year. So they normally do the district picks. Now, there are 3 other district teams in the postseason. Judson is the other Division I team, and both Steele and Clemens in Division II. Coach, any thoughts on how the rest of the district is playing out here in the playoffs?
Well, they'll be hard to beat. You know, those are teams that all play at a high level, as we and everybody in 25-6A knows. And but they're playing some good teams too. So in each case, I think those have a chance to be highly competitive games, and we'll see how they come out.
All right, Coach, we're looking forward to your game coming up Friday against Reagan. Best of luck against the Rattlers.
Thank you, Brant.
All right, that'll do it for this week's show of Inside Rangers Football. For Coach Hill, I'm Brant Freeman. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll check in again with you next week.
Y'all got it this time. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, kick, ball, change. Nice. Okay, from the beginning. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, kick, ball, change. Good job.
Call today and ask for a gig, which is up to 1,000 megabits per second internet speed through the GVTC Giga region. Unlimited long-distance phone service, 24/7 home security monitoring, and free whole home DVR with our HD TV service. GVTC, just plain smart. When you're ready for a break, hurry in to Chicken Express. Let us do all the cooking for you. We always offer high-quality, affordable meals that the entire family will enjoy. Our chicken is never frozen and is hand-battered fresh, so you can really taste the difference. You can expect fast and friendly service at Chicken Express, whether you dine in, drive through, or drive up. Hurry in and hurry back to Chicken Express.
Straight.
Straight.
Straight!
Straight! I think you're gonna take this one.
Ready? Straight!
I got it, Dr. Ferris. Us posse guys always hold the flag.
Straight!
I see you over there looking at me with your arms folded up, not looking happy. Dragging your name through the mud, you should roll with a key.
We may have hit the mother lode.
$2,000?
3,000?
Profit!
All new episodes of Storage Wars, Tuesdays at 9 on A&E.
Watch A&E, GVTC Digital Cable Channel 558. GVTC, just plain smart.
Dancing is easy if you break it down into steps. So is fighting breast cancer. Step 1, shop QVC Presents Fanny Shoes on sale. Step 2, get beautiful shoes at half of the manufacturer's suggested retail price. Step 3, 80% of your purchase price benefits breast cancer research and education. Let's fight breast cancer, one step at a time.
It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! It's back! It's, oh, thank you. It's back! It's back! It's back!
Start spreading the news.
It's back! 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 It's back!
What's back? Ranger Radio's back. Listen live to all the Ranger football games on YouTube. Just like Inside Rangers Football on Facebook and get the link for this week's game. Go Rangers!
Psst, you're not dreaming. Your favorite Food Network shows are now live streaming.
Can I watch them here?
Yes, my dear, with a simple tap on the Watch Food Network app.
Can I watch it at the gym?
You can watch it at the gym. You can watch it with a gym. You can watch it anywhere.
Can I watch my favorite show?
You can watch your favorite show live streaming on the go.
Whoa!
Can we watch it while we're baking? On all your devices, whatever you're making. Download the Watch Food Network app today.
Oh,